Just announced at Team Mazda. From now through the end of the month, get 0% financing up to 63 months on a new Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-50. You choose, and for a limited time, get 0% financing on your new Mazda. Right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 9 News Now. I'm Tisha Powell. We're here with some developing stories. Governments, universities, and companies around the world are being impacted by a major outage of Amazon's cloud computing system. The outage lasted several hours before services were mostly restored. Amazon says it's working on a full recovery and trying to figure out the cause of the issue. Well, shakedowns are underway at Elaine Hunt in St. Gabriel. This comes after several deaths inside the prison over the past few weeks. Autopsy reports are still pending so that officials can pin down a cause of death. The investigation is ongoing. The trial for recaptured escapee Antoine Massey will now begin more than a month later than expected. The proceedings for this case were supposed to begin today after the state argued Friday for a new date. The judge set trial for December 2nd. Massey is facing charges that put him in the Orleans jail before he broke out in May. He's accused of domestic abuse and theft. Meanwhile, Washington enters a third full week of the government shutdown after the Senate once again failed to pass any sort of funding bill. Senators return to the Capitol today, but the House of Representatives will remain out of session this week. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson says that it's on the Senate to pass the bill that the House forwarded last month, which would reopen the government through November 21st. Republicans say they won't negotiate until the government reopens. Well, happening later today, Baton Rouge police are leading a community walk and talk. They'll meet at Brex Howell Park on Winborn Avenue at 5 o'clock. Their goal is to build stronger relationships between law enforcement and the communities they serve. And tomorrow night, BRPD's National Night Out event will be held at that same location. Just ahead, a check of your evening forecast with Sydney Goldberg.
To the experts, of which there are many, but most of them can't play very well, right? Back in Baton Rouge, you had a tense Game 1 of the Super Regional West against West Virginia with a full court in a fifth inning, a full count. In the fifth inning, the bases were loaded, and sophomore shortstop Stephen Milam launched the ball deep over right center field, securing a grand slam and adding 4 runs to the numbers already up.
Let's take a look outside at our Sky 9 camera. A beautiful blue sky, and it was chilly when we woke up this morning, but things have warmed up a little. Let's get to Sydney with a look at the forecast.
Hey Tisha, yeah, it was chilly this morning. We actually started out into the upper 40s here in Baton Rouge, even some low 50s across the area. But now we've warmed nicely into the low 80s. We're 80 degrees here in Baton Rouge, 81 up in New Roads. And Macomb, though, still holding on to those upper 70s at 78. We're actually running a few degrees cooler in some spots here. Baton Rouge, we're the same degree we were just 24 hours ago, so we're 0. But we're running 7 degrees cooler down in New Orleans, Homa, 4 degrees cooler in Patterson than we were this time yesterday. So this morning, we actually officially reached 49 degrees here at the Baton Rouge Metro. That's the coolest morning since mid-April, April 16th. So certainly starting to feel like fall. But through the next 12 hours, we'll keep the heat through the afternoon to the low 80s. But then as we get closer to sunset, we'll cool nicely into the low 70s and back into the 60s overnight. We'll also keep that southerly wind breeze throughout the overnight hours. It'll be clear and comfortable. So clear conditions for many of us in the U.S., but there is a low pressure system up near Minneapolis. With that, a cold front that's headed our way towards tomorrow. So nice conditions will continue through the afternoon and evening today. We may see a few clouds start to pop up in the morning tomorrow, but then that cold front will continue to sink down towards the south. And with that, we're just watching for some isolated showers, maybe a storm through the afternoon. Here's 2 p.m. approaching southern Mississippi. And then as it continues to head down towards the south, we could see just 1 or 2 spotty showers, maybe during your afternoon commute on Tuesday. But as it continues to move down towards the south, closer to the coast, it really does start to fizzle out. So just a spotty shower here and there, and then we'll keep the clouds going into the overnight hours on Wednesday. So heat today and tomorrow through the afternoon. I actually think tomorrow will be the warmest into the upper 80s, just watching for an isolated shower or storm. Behind that next cold front, the cool mornings continue, low 50s by Thursday morning. Also maybe some mid 50s for Friday. We'll also keep the warm afternoons through the 80s. Our next good chance of rain occurs by the weekend. Tisha.
All right, Sydney, thank you. And thank you for joining us for 9 News Now. I'm Tisha Powell. Be sure to join us again in 25 minutes for For 9 News at 4 on WAFB.
It's tailgating season at Team Toyota, where you can get a new 25 Tacoma 4-wheel drive for just $279 a month, or get 1.75% for 72 months on a new 25 Tundra. Plus, stop in and register to win this ultimate tailgating package at Team Toyota.